Hey babies, welcome back to my channel. So today's gonna be a get ready with me video. I feel like I have not done like a makeup video in freaking ever. So as you can see, I do have oily to combination skin, but I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. So I'm gonna moisturize my skin with the Melanie Mills Glow. It's in the color rose gold. It's actually like an illuminator slash highlighter. It's usually used all over the body, and this literally blurs your pores. So if you're currently using a moisturizer or like a primer, definitely try to use an illuminator. You'll see the difference it'll make. For foundation, I'm taking my NARS Radiant Glow in the color Tahoe. This is usually the color that I am in like the winter slash spring, so eventually I'll switch over to Cadis, but this is the new one. I typically use, I guess the older one, it was just the long, is it the long wear or Radiant? Not sure. Anyway, I'll put all the details down in the description box below. And of course, I'm taking a damp beauty blender just to literally melt that into my skin. So as you can see, I did not use an abundant amount of products, but it does give you really good coverage. And as you can see, it matches my skin, like literally melts into my skin. So I don't ever have a hard time finding foundation in the NARS collection to match me as bad. So perfect. And then for concealer, I'm going to take my NARS Radiant Glow Concealer in the color Caramel, or it's medium 2. So this one is really close to my skin complexion, and this is literally just to kind of get rid of any dark circles I may have had and just lightly highlight. So right alongside that, I'm going to take the Radiant Glow Concealer in the color Dark 2, or cacao, and this is what I use just to kind of highlight and contour. If you guys have been following me for a while, literally my foundation routine has not changed. Outside of the fact that I use an illuminator. But yeah, like literally same creamy contour highlighting situation. For another highlighting concealer, I'm actually taking the NARS, or it's actually Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but this is in the color Tan. I'm only bringing that inward toward my nose and a little bit closer toward, I guess, the inner portions of my face to truly highlight the tops of my nose, of course, or the points of my flat little nose. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray just to kind of loosen everything up so it'll be easy to blend, and then it'll set perfectly. So of course, just let that dry for a little bit. I kind of go overboard when I use this. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, so I'm going to take my beauty blender and literally just blend this baby out. So it literally blends perfectly, and then I like to kind of blend everything all at once. That way the colors melt into each other, so I literally highlight and contour at the same time. So don't know your method. You know, if you have any tips or tricks, definitely leave it down below, but this is just my little routine. So, and I kind of take the back of the beauty blender to even blend the concealer, well, I guess the darker concealer, into the light, just so that it's like that nice kind of, I guess, I don't really know what to call it. And as you can see here, literally just melting that color into my skin. So gives you that nice gradient effect from dark to light, and I look really bronzy. So taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, of course in the color dark brown, just to kind of go through my brows. Now the brow brush that I'm using, I actually got from Tarte with another like eyebrow color, but yeah, the brush is really awesome. The color just sucks. So just kind of, as you can see, I have those sparse brows, so I'm just lightly going to go in with this color. If you guys want a full detailed eyebrow tutorial for brows similar to this, if you know, have sparse brows, definitely let me know, because I feel like my eyebrows go from nothing to a freaking amazing with a couple flips, switch, you know, whatever you want to call it. So there we go, just taking a color and lightly filling that in. I'm doing really light brush strokes. That way you can still kind of see the few hairs that I do have peeking through, and it kind of gives the illusion that I actually do have eyebrows. I literally just fill them in. But as y'all know the truth. And I just take the back end of that just to kind of spoolie everything out and blend it out. So as you can see, they're nice and even, symmetrical, and as of right now, I'm kind of doing that nice little arch thing. Alright, and then so for concealer, just to kind of lighten up underneath that, I'm taking my MAC Studio Finish Concealer in the color NW30. So this is going to kind of give me those pink undertones. I like it. Nice little highlight to the brow. But then above the brow, I don't want to go this light, so I'm going back into my NARS concealer in that medium color just to kind of blend out the top edges. And I don't go all the way inward. I only touch up the very ends of the brow. That way it stays looking very natural and just like not harsh. I don't like those really, really harsh brows. As you can see, the color is not even really dark, although the color is dark. So yeah, it's all about airbrush strokes. And I'm just taking a really fluffy brush just to blend that out. And to go ahead and start setting my face, I'm taking my Sacha Cosmetics translucent, it's like a loose setting powder, just to kind of go over all the areas that I did apply that concealer to. And then I'm going to do the reverse little trick with up under my contour, just to kind of pop that out. And of course, you can do this with a brush or beauty blender, completely up to you. The beauty blender to me just holds on to the powder a lot better, in my opinion. And I'm not using the original like beauty blender. I'm actually using the Real Technique one. So it has that like flat concave portion, which to me is perfect for packing on powders and really blending things into your skin. Not to mention it's freaking cheaper. Alright, so for I guess a powder, I'm going to take this Max Mineralized Skin Finish in the color, I believe it's like dark tan, and just to kind of bronze up my face just a little bit, nothing too crazy. The color is kind of like a brownish red, so you don't want to go too crazy. And of course my skin is not super bronzy, so I'm just going kind of light on that. I'm going to take my Morphe, I believe this was a 360 matte palette. And of course, just going in with kind of a neutral shade. Neutrals to me are more so warm. So of course, I'm going to go ahead and take my favorite one. You can use whichever one's going to fit your skin tone. And just kind of blend that out. I'm just putting it all over the lid. Very simple, quick, on the go. Doesn't have to be anything intricate. This is definitely like beginner friendly, y'all, because I really hate eyeshadow. I just like for it to look really natural and just kind of simple. But anyway, I'm going to take my Hakari. It's like a 4 palette, or a 4 quad highlighter palette. Just going to go into both of those colors and just literally pop that over my lid. And you can use pretty much like any bronze shadow for this. You didn't necessarily have to get this palette, just what I had on hand. And as you can see, that just added like a nice little pop of shimmer and gold and bronzy goodness on the top of my eyes. So, perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Clinique. It's like a, I guess an eyeliner pen. Really fine. So fine that you can barely even see the line. So I'm kind of just going along my lash line just to literally like tight line that. That way when I go ahead and put on my lashes, the band is seamless and it just looks like it's like growing from my, I guess, real eyes, so, or eyelids. And as you can see, like, it looks like nothing's there, but of course I did pop on a little bit. And then I go ahead and take my what is this? My Pure Cosmetic Bronzing Glow in the color Medium Glow. Y'all, I hit pan on this so long ago, but yeah, I don't know. I need to buy a new one. So the technique that I'm using is just buffing that out into circular motions up into my contour. That's how you get rid of that like really harsh line. And honestly, I kind of let the powder sit on for a little bit too long. I never really let it sit up under my contour for too long, just so that it's not super white and weird looking. And then of course I just kind of wipe away all the additional powder from around my eyes. So there we go. And as you can see, everything still looks really fresh, glowy, and like, I don't know, it's like matte but not overly matte. And then of course, just to add a little bit more highlight, I'm going to take my Revlon Photo Ready powder in the color 030, or it's like a light medium, just a tad bit too light for my skin, so that's why I'm only using it in my highlighted areas. And then of course I'm just going to take a face brush and literally just go all over my face just to kind of blend everything all together. And yeah, to me it's like the perfect, just nice and natural glow. And of course just kind of going back in with that little bronzer just to kind of melt everything together. Then I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics, it's like a blush palette. This is kind of like a pinkish, brown, bronzy. It has a little shimmer in it just to give me a little pop of like color. You can take a pink brush or whatever you need. Then of course lashes are going to be my wispy Ardelle lashes. These are really natural, really thin and easy to work with. I do usually trim off the ends of it because they do come a little bit longer than my actual eye. But yeah, nothing too bad. Then going back into that little bronzing kit and just adding a pop of color in my inner tear ducts. So there we go. Top of my nose, or my nose is really flat, y'all, so I try not to go too crazy with the highlighter. And then of course just putting that on the tops of my cheekbones and my cupid's bow. Is that what's called? Yeah, definitely. And then I'm taking my Fenty Beauty highlighter in the color Hustla Baby, so it's a kilowatt, of course, and just going over the top of everywhere that I put that kind of like bronzy, or yeah, the bronzy color, just to highlight even more. Nothing too crazy, but just a nice soft highlight. Looks really cute. But it's, yeah, really shiny, so don't want to go too far. All right, Chrissy, you can stop now. No, seriously, stop. No, seriously. Anyway, for mascara, I'm going to go ahead and take my Clinique mascara. It's just a regular high impact black mascara. Nothing too crazy. The brush was not fancy, but it definitely distributed the products nice and it wasn't cakey at all. So I did like that. And it did give me a little bit of length. Now I have pretty long bottom lashes, which is completely just strange to me. But yeah, so they come out pretty nice. I don't have to do anything crazy to them. And bam, there you go. Looking good, looking good. Then, of course, just add a little bit of highlighter. If you're showing some shoulders, some skin, make sure you're looking good, all right? And then I'll take my NYX, what is this? A lip pencil in the color Nude Truffle. It's more like a light brown color. And I go ahead and mix that with my ColourPop. It's a karruche liquid lipstick. I'm not sure if it's completely sold out yet, but they do have similar colors. This was in the color Chi. Just a nice kind of neutral pink base, yeah, matte liquid lipstick. So that's what that looks like. It kind of got cakey on my lips, which was really weird. I think it's because I had already had like lip gloss on before. Took it off in a very weird way, but yeah, so whatever. Then in the center of that, I'm going to take my Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick and the color Caramello. So just in the center, just to give it that nice like gradient effect. Really cute. And then I just kind of let it sit there and dry a little bit before truly blending it out. And I eventually did go back and put on some lip gloss, but yeah, just for the purpose of this video, go ahead and finish that off with your finishing setting spray, whatever you feel comfortable with. And this is the look, baby. So the details on this hair will actually be in my very next video, so make sure you guys subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you get a glimpse of that. Definitely leave any comments or questions down below. All the details are in the description box. I love you guys so much. Thumbs up this video. Let me know if you want to see more makeup tutorials, and I will see you next time.